This is K5LYN. My name's Lynn. I'm in Austin. We've been getting together here for many years to talk about the early days of single sideband. And many of us are on vacuum tube radios from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s that may not meet the stability standards that radios today do. So if any of us get way out there in outer space somewhere, we won't be offended if you come in and correct us. Buy-sell trades are appropriate if they're vintage radio related. And a lot of technical advice is offered here. That's why I consider this a public service net, because there are a lot of people that are working on the restoration of vacuum tube rigs and vacuum tube technology. Tonight, I wanted to get on this station for a very valid reason. The world is not in good shape right now, and the news is about as bad as I've ever heard it in my life. So I thought, what can I do about that? Well, this station was built from scratch by KG7TR, based on 1950s technology, called Cheap and Easy SSB. He built it up from scratch as a beautiful piece of art, and it works every time I turn it on. And I call the net with it quite frequently. Then he built a companion homebrew receiver using the same technology from those times that I'm listening to everybody on. It's absolutely a beautiful receiver, and this is one of my finest possessions here in the shack. All right, I'm going to call people that are here. Let me check one more time and see if Rusty's here. Hey, Rusty, are you here somewhere? Well, maybe we'll get some volunteers. All right, hey, Henry, I'm going to talk to you since you're a new guy. K5YDD. Henry, talk to us.
K5YDD, Corpus Christi. Name is Henry, and running a Collins S-Line, 32S3. 75S3 converted to an A into a Kenwood TL922A, about 1,000 watts out into my 80-meter inverted L. Over.
Well, it's a great signal. I have an S3 line that I use on 20 meters all the time. What all did you have to do to get that S line up and running, or is it in that condition when you got it?
Oh, well, when I got this particular S-Line, it hadn't been used in about 20 years, and was pretty sad shape as far as working. Cosmetically perfect. Full alignment, couple of tubes, and up we go. Over.
Okay. Well, we are glad to make your acquaintance here, and you got a bunch of vintage stations, so come in with a different rig every week. How about that?
Well, that's my plan. Next week will be Drake's C-Line. Over.
All right, there's a lot of Drake fans here. Well, nice of you to come by. Anything else for the group this evening? Okay. All right, let's move it on down the list. What do you say, Dan? KWOZ, talk to us.
Oh, good evening, Lynn. Everybody else on the net tonight. This is Dan, KWOZ in Houston. Just talking about a Kenwood 830, and this week I got Kenwood 922A on here. See, I got a problem with my homebrew pair of 813s. My relay is stuck in a halfway position, but I'll get that fixed tomorrow. That's about it from here. Just been fooling with stuff, fixing 12-volt power supplies and a couple other receivers and junk, typical stuff, piddly stuff. That's it from here, Lynn. Thank you, KWOZ.
Absolutely beautiful signal, Dan. Great to hear you this evening. All right, let's see. Hey, Chad, BST, you still here by any chance? All right, I don't hear Chad, but he was lurking earlier. How about KE5Q? Jim, talk to us.
Yeah, all right, K5LYN and that's KE5Q Plano. Good evening to everybody. The band sounds great. And tonight we're on the Kenwood TS530S with the Shure 444, and that's going into the SB200. And into that from there into the Ultimax 8040 double bazooka there. And appreciate you calling the net as always. K5LYN, KE5Q.
All right, very good, Jim. Hey, any chance you're coming down to Austin before you guys get off to Columbia in December?
We'll be down there Tuesday, coming down there Tuesday through Sunday.
All right, we'll be around. Look forward to crossing paths with you, maybe. All right, Jim, great signal. Let me move on down the road here. W5DK. Hey, what do you say, Don?
Hey, good evening, Lynn, everybody. This is Don. I'm in Spring Branch. I always say the pretty one. It's Hill Country, north of San Antonio. And I'm on my old dusty trach station. It's a TR4 with a D104. And hitting a L4 amp at legal and out to a double extended zip antenna. It's good to hear everybody. Signals are good. Thanks for running the net, Lynn. Always appreciate you. Back to you, W5DK.
Absolutely beautiful signal. Nicely done. Okay, neighbor, TXW, talk to us, George.
Hello, Lynn, and all around the net from WB5TXW for the finest hour of amateur radio for the week on the S-Line radios. What else? 32S175 or 303001, the power supply speaker box. The Shure 444 75-meter dipole out in the woods in the side yard. You've seen it. It's as simple as it gets, and it works. So that's about it. Over.
Yeah, George, you and I keep trying to tell some of our friends sometimes the simplest way is the best way, and you've demonstrated it once again.
Well, I've thrown all kinds of wire up in the air, and I know where to buy a dipole. Lowe's, 500 feet of wire, and you got enough wire for a few years. WB5TXW back to net.
Yeah, and you can even buy the coax to feed it with if you don't want to put any power in it. That stuff will do 100 watts, but that's about it. All right, George, nicely done. Moving on. Hey, AG5XP, talk to us, Kenneth.
Well, hello, Lynn, and thanks for putting on the net tonight. This is Kenneth up around Brownwood. Tonight we're on the old gun set up. Got the GSB 100 and got the JC Penney Pinto SSB microphone, if you want to call that a microphone. I guess it's for a CB, I suspect, but that's what I'm using. Got it hooked up to the old GSB 101 amplifier. I'm currently receiving everybody on the helicopter SX 101. That's what we got over here, Lynn. Back to you.
Nicely done, Kenneth. You're one of our best technicians. I don't think you've had a shaky signal on the air yet. They all sound great. Good to hear you. All right. Hey, Lyle, I heard you strong a while ago. Talk to us, K5LT.
Well, good evening, Lynn, and everybody else in the net. This is Lyle, K5LT, located outside of Bernie, Texas. And tonight I am not running the Heathkit SB101. It's still sitting over here turned off. I've been a little bit too lazy to get out there and change out that circuit breaker. I keep tripping. So it's still on the to-do list. Maybe this coming weekend I can get out there and get that changed. So run the solid-state rig, but still run the tube amplifier, and everything else is still vintage after that. So nothing really new here. Just need to get busy and get things fixed around here and get the old tube radio back on the air again. So back to you, Lynn. K5LT.
Hey, a quick recommendation, Lyle. A lot of radios back in the old days had bypass capacitors on the AC line, like a .01 to ground on each side of the AC line of the power supply. If your radio still has those, clip them out of there. We never did need them anyway. And if they get shorted, that might be what's causing your circuit breakers to go.
I don't recall those in the power supply when I rebuilt the power supply, but it wouldn't hurt for me to take a look again, but I don't think they're there. I know my old audio amplifier over here, it has one of those in it called the death cap. And, of course, clip that thing and take it out of there so it doesn't shock you whenever you turn the radio on or touch it.
Yep, that's exactly the ones I'm talking about. Sounds like you're on top of it. Well, keep us posted on that. Anything else on your end, Lyle?
Nothing else.
Good enough. All right. Did I hear a call a while ago that was going to join us? Was there a Zulu X-ray or something like that? Sir, you still there? Okay, maybe not, but I bet WW9W still there. What do you say, Robert?
Okay, yep, I'm still hanging in here, Lynn. K5LYN and the boat anchors, WW9W. Good evening to all. And like everyone else, we appreciate you running the net here. This evening I'm on the Collins KWM2A with the 30L1 and the 312, I'm sorry. And using believe it or not, it's a Heil microphone I've got on here. I couldn't find my 444, so I guess it must be outside in the building out back. I'll have to locate it. You can get that going into a double bazooka coaxial Ultimax, that is 8040. Looks like about 600 watts or so, Lynn. And once again, appreciate you running it. And you guys have a great day. You're sounding good up here, too, by the way. Doing a fine job. Everybody's got some great signals. K5LYN, WW9W, standing by.
Okay. Hey, Robert, I didn't tell people the entire story of this station because I didn't say what I'm using for an amplifier. You know our friend Richard that we see at the Hamfest all the time? I was talking to him about this station, and I wish I had a Johnson Viking Courier amplifier to use with it. Well, he just brought me one, and I've been using it ever since, and it's done a great job for me. Sure appreciated his contribution to what we're doing here. All right, have I talked to KC5L? Tom, have I talked to you yet?
No, you haven't, Lynn. This is Tom, KC5L in San Antonio, and tonight we're talking on the usual here, the Central Electronics 200B. With a D104 microphone, and that's driving a 600L amplifier, Johnson KW Matchbox, homebrew doublet up about 15 feet, and we're listening on the R390A, and we have a little Heathkit Scanalyzer that we're playing with. It's got some problems, but hopefully I can get them resolved if I can figure out what's going on. Anyhow, thank you for hosting the net, and you're cheap and easy, sounding great as usual. Back to you, Lynn, KC5L.
Okay, Tom. Yeah, and your Central Electronic station is doing a great job. Any new projects on your end besides that little deal you're playing with?
Nope, that's about it. Just playing around with the Scanalyzer.
Okay, all right. Have fun. Okay. Hey, Sammy, I heard you a while ago. You want to talk to us? Maybe you got some listings you need to make about selling some radios. What about it, Sammy? DPP? Well, maybe Sammy heard me and he'll come back in here in a little bit. K56G, what do you say, Bob?
Oh, not a whole lot. Good evening to everybody out there from out here at San Angelo on the old 751A. It's not a tube radio, but if you had a child when it was new, that child would now be 40 years old and you'd probably have grandkids. Time is moving on. Anyway, that's about it. Looking for the Heathkit HW101 or something like that. Looking for, what do they used to call that? The poor man's college? Anyway, that's what I'm looking for. If anybody's got one, let me know on the nets or something. Anyway, that's it, Lynn, and everybody's sounding good.
Okay, Bob. Yeah, those old Heathkits have hung in there. There's still gobs of them on the air. And they sound good if they're properly managed. All right, keep us posted. Okay, IEI. Mike, you still there? Okay, maybe not. Now, was there anybody else that was early on the list that I failed to pick up? Sounds like there's not. WK5R, how about you? What do you say, Rusty?
Yeah, good evening, Lynn. WK5R, go ahead.
Okay, rescue us. People are tired of talking to me for sure.
Okay, I'll take a round then. This is WK5R. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. I'm on my usual stuff, the Kenwood TS590, the Tascam TM70 microphone from TAC. I'm going through a homebrew tuner in bypass, or direct, whatever you want to call it. It's not tuned. And I'm going through and driving my homebrew GS35B amplifier into a homebrew fan dipole at 50 feet, and we're doing, pretty close to the legal limit there. It seems to be working tonight. And that's the story here. So, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Papa Foxtrot.
Whiskey Bravo, 1 Echo.
Okay, I got two there. Go ahead, Phil.
Good evening, Rusty, and good evening, Lynn. This is Phil, located in Vicksburg, Mississippi, November 5, Papa Foxtrot. I'm on the S-line tonight, the 32S1, 75S1 with a Heil microphone and the Collins 3001. And I'm on the K-stop hole at 50 feet. And back to you, Rusty, and 5 p.m.
All right. Sounded good as usual there, Phil. We'll catch you next time. All right. Woolly Booger 1 Echo. Doug, go ahead.
Hello, Rusty. Hello, everybody on the Boat Anchors Net. This is Doug and Brian, just not far from downtown Reliance, but that's different. I'd like to move closer, but I don't think my neighbors could handle it. Hi, Sammy. Anyway, having fun over here with the Swan 500 as usual, with the inverted V up at I think about 95 feet. Homemade, a lot of homemade stuff. Driving the Swan Mark 1 amplifier with 2,700 volts, and it's doing legal limit PEP. Oops, at one point I saw it saying 1.6, so I better watch out. Anyway, so thanks for running the net, you guys. I really appreciate it always. So I'll send it back to you, Rusty. W5KR, this is WB1E.
And Doug's a little dyslexic there. I'm not W5KR. Anyway, sounded good there, Doug. We'll catch you later. All right. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
WJA.
Go ahead, Jim.
25 WJA. Don't have any traffic. Just wanted to check in, adding the numbers. I'm on my 890. So I guess that's not the Boat Anchor, but oh well. Take care, Rusty. Enjoy it. 25 WJA.
All right, Jim. Appreciate you checking in. I don't know what that thing weighs, but it might be heavy enough to be called a boat anchor. It sounds good anyway. Catch you later. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Anybody, anywhere for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Okay, it was a W5, and I didn't get all the suffix, but it ended in echo. Go ahead. Copy you okay there. Yeah, I got your call sign now. Anything else? Okay, yeah. The band's up and down just a little bit between me and you, wherever you are, but it's working. It's narrow, but it is working. Anything else?
I forgot to mention, I'm up here about Lake Jigsaw, but station north of town. Y'all signals are coming in real good tonight. I'm enjoying listening to the net. Thanks for running. That's all I got. KT5, TQ8.
Okay. The 101 is working. Appreciate you checking in from Texoma. We'll catch you maybe later. Who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
K0SED.
All right, go ahead, Steve.
Well, good evening, Rusty, to all the boat anchors. K0SED in Tyler, and as usual, the old Kenwood 520's working, the 3001's working, and the antenna, I think, is working up about 40 feet. And that's about it from here, Rusty. Good to be back. K0SED.
Well, welcome. Well, welcome. That didn't come out right. Welcome back to there, Steve. Yeah, you're right. They're sure working. Appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you later. All right, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Anybody, anywhere. You do not have to be from Texas. You do not have to be on a boat anchor as long as you're interested in what we're doing. Come now.
Delta 0 Alpha Hotel.
WA0AAH. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Just getting my old vintage Ford State fired up. On TR7 direct messaging with a PLS 600 amplifier and 989 or 998 MFK tuner, and I've got a Shure 444 mic going into a high gain high tower. So finally got a break this week, and with the days getting shorter, propagation's working real good. So you guys got a fine signal up this week. Thanks for letting me in, everybody. Have a good evening from the Mohibe 0AH up here in Nebraska.
Okay. Jim Good from Nebraska there. I hadn't heard Kurt from up that way yet. GBK, are you up there?
Kurt into GBK up there around this evening.
Yeah, Kurt may not be around this evening. All right. Appreciate you checking in from Nebraska there, and we'll look for you again. Probably more as winter comes on there, because the band will get longer and better. Catch you later. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Fine, and just getting everything dialed in for the winter, and sure appreciate it. And you guys have a wonderful evening from Whiskey Delta 0 Alpha Alpha Hotel.
All right. Catch you later. Appreciate you checking in. All right, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Anybody anywhere for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, I may have fished the pond dry there, Lynn. K5LYN, WK5R. Back to you.
Well, I'm sure glad you were there, Rusty, because you picked up a lot of people I wouldn't have been able to pick up. I could hear those guys fairly well, but I don't know if they would have heard me. So good you were there. You got a great signal here. Let's see here. We've had a message check-in, so we've filled up some time here pretty well. Let's see if there's anybody else wants to talk to me on this all-homebrew station by KG7TR from 1950s technology. This is called Cheap and Easy SSB. This is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin. I'm listening. Anybody else out there?
N5BT, Odessa, Texas.
Odessa, talk to us.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for running the net, and I'm not running my boat anchor tonight. I've been rearranging things here. I'm on a modern Yaesu radio and an alpha amplifier that is with ceramic tubes. So I've got a little bit of tube gear here, but this is Mickey out in Odessa, Texas, and I really enjoy listening to the vintage equipment, and I'm glad you guys still run this net. And hopefully next week or the week after, I'll be back in checking in with the boat anchor.
Well, Mickey, what is the boat anchor you got in there? Tell me that again.
Well, the one that I like to run here, because it's the easiest one of them to run, is this TS830S, which is kind of one of the later model of the boat anchor generation. I have a little Drake setup that I run sometimes, but it takes a little more thinking and a little more tweaking to keep it in the right place.
Yes, sir. We understand that, and we don't always end up in quite the right place. So I always say, give us a little elbow room here, you know. But that is great. I think you told me your name's Mickey. Is that right?
That's correct. Mickey, like the little Disney mouse.
Okay, Mickey, your old Kenwood will be welcome here, too. In fact, anybody's welcome here that's interested in what we're doing. So I'm glad you came by. And those old Kenwoods can't be beat. Tell us the story of that one.
Well, actually, I just picked it up here a few months ago and got a good deal on it from somebody. It was still, it actually was in the box with a bunch of magazine articles somebody had collected over the years and such. And, you know, it actually is in pristine condition, and the WARC bands on it actually don't even transmit because nobody has ever opened the bottom of it, and I guess there's a wire you got to clip in there to open up those bands, but it really hasn't been messed with. It's very clean, and once my shack actually moves into the house, hopefully that'll happen here within the next year or so. I don't have to worry about dust getting into it and everything out here.
Oh, absolutely. My shack is in the house, and I wouldn't want it any other way. And those old Kenwoods are amazing. There's so many out there. They sound great. And I'm glad to hear yours is working so well. Over.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Like I say, hopefully I'll have things rewired here in the next week or two, and I'll check in with that radio before too long. But it's great hearing everybody transmit on that vintage equipment. It just has kind of a special place in my heart, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you heard, this is a radio built on the chassis of a World War II bomber. It served in Western Europe, and a fellow came along and built a single sideband exciter onto the old chassis using the original VFO, final output tubes, and all that stuff. So we go back here a long ways. All right, Mickey, anything else for the group this evening?
No, Lynn, I appreciate you letting me butt in there and take a little bit of your time, and I'm going to sit back and listen to everybody else for a little bit. K5LYN from N5BT.
All right, nice to talk to you this evening. Anybody else for the group? I'm listening.
N5OBQ.
I might need a little help with that. OBQ or something like that. Rusty, are you hearing that fellow better than I am?
Yeah, N5OBQ, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if it's working. I just got I've got a Swan 500C just got going here, and I got a different microphone on it. Over.
Yeah, it's working fine. I hear you just fine. Sounds good.
Okay, Rusty. It's like I said, I bought this thing on eBay. It would not work, and got to messing with it, and I put new tubes in it, and I tell you, it's an amazing radio. It's like I said, the 500C. I have a 500CX I also bought off eBay, and have been putting them together, cleaning them up, and just trying to get them to work again. And it's been sitting on the shelf for a while, so I decided I'd get it out and turn it on. Over.
Roger. Well, I can't hear a thing that you need to do with it right now. It sounds perfect.
I'm hearing him now great, too.
All right. Well, thank you. It's doing, looks like about 150 to 175 watts peak, and just amazing little radio, running a pair of 6LQ6s in it, and just really enjoying the sound. It's very quiet.
It's a good radio. I've got a CX sitting right here by me that I'm working on for somebody.
So I tell you, this one that I'm talking on, when I got it to the house, it would not transmit or receive. And what it was just a cold solder joint on the center conductor of the SO239 coming out of the back of the radio. Moved it a little bit, and I saw it move, and I touched it with a little a soldering gun, heated it back up, and it works like a champ.
Roger. That's a simple enough fix there. Anything else for the net?
That's all I got. Thank you for letting me in, and good to hear you guys. Everybody's sounding great. N5OBQ, back to you.
Okay, appreciate you there. All right, back to you, Lynn.
Okay, yeah, Swan 500, in terms of reliability, it's equal to any Collins. And that's going to be a great radio for you. All right, who else for the net? K5LYN listening. Well,
K5LYN from the WB0AH. Your son, good Nebraska, Bull S9, good signal.
Okay, well, thank you. I got 0OBQ or something like that. I'm sorry I didn't get it all. This is K5LY and Lynn in Austin on a homebrew transmitter from the 1950s. Over.
QSL. Yeah, this is Whiskey Delta Zero Alpha Alpha Hotel up here 80 miles west of Omaha.
Okay, do you know WB0SNF by any means?
Oh, yeah, Marshall just about 20 miles away from me, so I haul stuff over to him quite often. Marshall's a really nice guy.
Absolutely. He and I have been working on 20 meters for more than 30 years, so I figured you knew who he was. Hey, if you told me your name, I missed it.
My handle here is Mark. Home QTH is Surprise, Nebraska. It's a town of 40 people in the southwest corner of Butler County. We're located 80 miles straight west of Omaha or about 50 miles northwest of Lincoln, Nebraska.
Okay, Mark. Well, I'm glad you are here in my rig here. We've got about 400 watts going out the antenna here. I'm in Austin, and I'm using the vintage Johnson Viking Courier for my amplifier here. So we're going back here a few years, but great to make your acquaintance. Over.
QSL. Well, I will tell Marshall I had a visit with you, and he is quite active. We've got a vintage net on Saturday mornings on 3977, and so we converse quite often.
Yeah, what time is that? 3977, and did you say Saturday?
Yep, Saturday mornings, and we usually start in at 7:30 a.m. Central. 7:30 Central because the band starts going south after 8. So jump on in, say hi. You're more than welcome, my friend.
Well, we'll give it a try sometime. Maybe sun may be getting a little early down here for that, but we'll sure give it a try. Okay, all right, great to hear you. Let's see if there's anybody else out there. K5LYN listening.
BB5OZZ.
OZZ, talk to us.
It's a Don near New Caney, Texas, running an old HW100 Heathkit homebrew 131,000 amplifier and ground the grid antennas. A bazooka at 45 feet. Over.
Don, the Heathkit's doing a nice job. Did you have to do much to it to get it running?
No, sure didn't.
All right, doing a nice job. Anything else for the group this evening?
That's about it.
Okay. Rusty, why don't you see if there's any loose ends up there? Maybe some people need to get in that I don't hear down here.
Okay. And if I don't get anything or run out, I'll tie a ribbon on it. All right, WK5R here with the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. Is there anybody else out there that wants to check in? Come now. Anybody anywhere that wants to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net before we shut the door, come now. Well, that sounds like that's about it, Lance. We appreciate everybody checking in. And this will probably expand more and more as we go into the winter. We'll look for all y'all next week. This is WK5R, now closing the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse. WK5R.
Very nicely done, Rusty. 73 is the group. K5LYN, listen out.